What's up guys, Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today we're going to do Setsuko. I feel like we have not had enough NA representation in my VOD reviews, well, none whatsoever. He is rank 1 NA right now, sitting at 1640 LP. This guy's also a monster, almost 600 games played this season already. Pretty good average placement, nothing absolutely insane. He's got some 8ths in there. And so yeah, we're going to check out this VOD from his stream. I think this was yesterday. So yeah, let's hop right into it. We started a glove Wukong. Wait, did he? I'm actually interested to see if he wanted to go for the glove Wukong, or if he just accidentally got it. It looks like he wants it. Yeah, he wanted the glove Wukong. Really interesting. I feel like glove start is kind of always mediocre because it's a bit hard to slam a strong early item with glove, but interesting. Quite interesting. I also, of course, have the VOD muted, which usually is because I don't speak the language, but I also don't really even speak the language Setsuko speaks. Because he tilts all the time. Okay, so let's get into it. Double Astral Shop. Yeah, I mean, you hold that for sure, right? We could potentially make gold here if we get 3. If we don't, oh, well, you just make 10 here every time, right? Oh, for real? He holds the Karma pair? Is he thinking of maybe a Karma reroll angle? Oh. I mean, I will always make 10 here. Okay. So immediately a difference. I mean, good to see. I'm really shocked, actually. I know Rakan's a pretty good unit. But yeah, I can't imagine not making 10 here and holding onto your Astrals. That's wild to me. Oh my god, it's a turbo gold opener. You could potentially get Lagoon. I mean, yeah, you gotta make 10 here. And he doesn't hold any of these, he just holds Karma plus the Vladimir plus Malphite. You take Ludens here. You have USS as your item slam, which is really rough. I mean, surely you're lost streaking from this point. You may have Astrals, you might not. He's gonna reroll. Oh my god. And he hits Cluttered Mind. Wow, that's really interesting that he rerolls these options. I feel like there's some solid options here. But I feel like a lot of the players I've seen recently really like Econ augments first. Like we saw that from the Shunga VODs. Like I feel like so many people just love an Econ augment opener. Especially in a situation like this where you know you're not gonna win streak. Like rerolling here makes a decent amount of sense. It also takes the Astrals out, which I don't think actually does anything. And hits Cluttered Mind. Okay. Really is Cluttered Mind, right? If you make these two 2-star units, I mean, you can still buy. Well, it's getting rid of 4 slots, right? Then you can't Cluttered Mind here. Wouldn't you? We can't even get Astral in. Oh, he does make both? But can't he not Cluttered Mind now? I'm gonna tune into his stream audio for a second to hear what he's saying about this, unless it's muted. Was this intentional?
Oh wait, no! What am I? Roll? Wait, I'm just actually roll, no?
This is NA's finest. I mean, he's a way fucking better player than me, so I don't know if to talk about. But I feel like he always does this shit where he does something and he's like, this is a horrible mistake. Then he plays the rest of the game so clean that doesn't even matter. I mean, he levels and rolls here. Holy shit. I mean, it makes sense, right? You spend 2 gold on rolling, but you're going to get 3 gold back from Cluttered Mind. Effectively.
But now, wait, just roll.
So he fucking rolls for bench space.
Wait, what?
He has to win.
Oh no,
He's not gonna slam quick.
What am I doing, man? I wish I lost as well.
If he loses this round, it's so bad.
Please, I'm sorry, please, just please, man, please, I'm sorry, please, I won't play anyone ever again.
It's kind of a low roll shop though with a 3 cost and 2 costs. Oh my god, he hit. Okay. It's saved. It's saved. This is a hilarious start to the game already. Okay. And I mean, very interesting. But I mean, he's actually hit a decent amount of pairs. You hold the set pair, right? You could potentially, yeah, hold the Zac. Seems reasonable. Okay. And now we have a relatively strong board and we have Cluttered Mind. We also won the first round, so there's a world where we like win streak from this spot. Though obviously we don't have an item to slam, which is really quite awkward. Also we have this glove and this cloak stuck. Not really an amazing spot, so I'm interested to see what items we slam here. Like a JG on a Karma would feel really good, but we obviously can't Slam it onto her because it's stuck on Vladimir. What are you looking to put in here? Bruiser? Do we have a bruiser? Cluttered mine, man. We don't, right? You put in Twitch. Put in... I don't know what we're going to put in here. I mean, Zach's a decent unit on his own, and so is Twitch. Unless you can't make 10 if you put in Twitch. You could sell the Zach for Leona and Vlad, and then you'd be guaranteed to make gold. And just put in anything. I'm interested to see what he does here. I mean, he's on a 2-win streak. His board's pretty strong. I'd like to play for strongest board, but you put like Twitch is definitely strongest board. Okay, and then Lee Sin is just a stronger unit. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, you just play for strongest board here and try to win streak. Oh, and you also Demons are blessing the front line. That's interesting. I guess the idea is you have enough backline with Karma. I would still Demons are blessing Karma. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, I mean, it worked out. Yeah, we can make gold here. You sell the Zach if you want, just so you have less gold sitting on your bench, but a huge diff. G here, maybe? Onto Vlad? Or like Onyx Spark? We'll just take what we can get at this point, right? Onyx Spark's the best of them, I guess. You go for like Gargoyles as well, like here. Yukon or Hodge? Yukon doesn't seem good here, right? And Hodge isn't the worst Vladimir slam I've ever heard of. I mean, you wait until the fight, and then like if you need to win this fight, you slam it. I think it's pretty reasonable to slam this here. It's kind of scary. Okay, there's the Hodge slam. Yeah, I don't know if it made a difference. I don't know. This fight might have been a Hodge difference, honestly. That was really close. Yeah, okay, sell the Zach for 1 cost. Like I was saying last round, but he waited around to do it. That's fine. The Nasus too? Better than... You want to move the Hodge over to Karma, so you do this? I was thinking of just playing it over Twitch, but you kind of need the backline. Ooh, what a player, man. All the best players go 6 at 2-6. I found this out. Like, if you're good at the game, you're level 6 at 2-6 and you're win streaking every time. We either lost this fight or it's a level diff. Oh, that's not good. But I mean, he's still level 10. I mean, it's not level 10. He's still 10 gold. It's not even that bad. Because he leveled in a situation where he could make 10, it's actually really fine. If we find Volibear here over Lee Sin, we are bing chilling. Our board will look so good. We keep the Dragonmancer in and we get Shimmer. Okay, so I really like this, right? You sell the unit so that you can get what's in the orbs. I mean, like, fuck Olaf, right? Really, we're not playing around that. And then you buy the 1 cost. I mean, you don't have to sell it. Okay, set 2 is nice. Still no, and Volibear at 7 here? He's so good. Yeah, our items kind of blow. I mean, Declaw, perhaps? Yeah. He's like, maybe like JG is our other slam. I mean, I think the idea of this game is like a fast 9 angle with this much HP and econ. Also seems like a very Setsuko angle. Also, I think his stream title is literally... Oh, no, it isn't. His stream title today was like fast 9 every game or something like that. Which, I mean, that's how the best players do it, right? You just go fast 9 every game if you're much better than the people you play against, and then you win because you're level 9. CB, Electro Charge. Oh, immediately rips the Electro Charge. I mean, it makes sense. I probably should have looked at it myself to make the judgment, but you already have Hodge slammed, and then Sekko isn't that great. So, yeah, that makes sense. Going in for Jade. Makes sense. Okay. You'd really like to get like the Twitch in it, so not the Twitch in, the Rakan in here. Wukong's really better than like do you ever think about playing like Nasus plus Nasus Rakan? Get in just the 2-star and the Ragewing and the Guardian versus just 3 Jade. Like the Twitch is like a good unit, obviously. It's interesting that he thinks this is better because we're not playing the Nasus 2 and Rakan is a better unit. In my opinion, Nasus Rakan is better here, actually. They're just better like units. And like losing Jade sucks, but I don't think it's better than Ragewing Guardian plus Nasus Rakan, which both are better units than Wukong Twitch. The only problem there is we become a little bit low damage, but we have the set for damage, especially with the extra damage we gain from Ragewing. So, yeah. Yeah, lost this fight. We're still making 30. We're 86 HP. Like, it's not a bad spot to be in whatsoever. Yeah, I think I like the Nesricon angle better, but I need to harp on it. Yeah, you do that so you can guaranteed make 40, and then you just keep chilling on this board. Is there anything you'd prefer to put in? Not really. You'd love to find something other than this Wukong to play because this unit is garbage, but I don't see anything. Ooh, this person's going the Seraphine comp. The Electro charge. I mean, it makes a lot of sense with Electro, right? I think people still play this comp a decent bit if you hit augments for it. It's quite interesting because like the stats on it aren't very good, but like, you know, I've played it to good effect. Like, I think it's not bad. Wow, that person is a very late Lagoon, and big 50 stacks at 3/3 is not very good. You want JG here every time, right? There's no way it's anything else. Yep, beautiful. And I feel like when I watch NA players, the game makes so much more sense. When I play my mind gets blown. When I watch NA, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But sometimes China does like crazy shit that like is probably really good. I just don't even like see it. Then I'm like, oh man, I didn't even see that. You just play that Nasus too, right? It's a Nasus too. Where's my Rakan, man? Rakan be so good. Wait, what? Lee Sin 1 over Nasus? I mean, it's more stats for Karma for sure. And it's MR reduction. Cryonic Spark. I wonder if that's the reason why, to reduce their MR. I mean, it's definitely not bad. I would personally just play the 2-star unit, but I mean, I get at least it's probably slightly stronger. Makes sense. You could also play the Nasus 2 over Twitch, but you really need the backline. And just giving attack speed to your whole team makes a lot of sense. And I guess the biggest thing is we don't really need more frontline right now. So we just go this angle. Okay, it makes sense. These are really small optimizations, but they can matter a lot. This can be the difference between win streak or lose streaking. Though of course in this strike group, in this spot we're lose streaking, but also like here, like killing an extra unit here, like killing that Zippy there, is a lot of HP, you know. And late game that can be the difference between a 4th or a 3rd or first or a 2nd, kind of stuff. We finally hit the NASA or the oh, it's Raven's Axe. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, it just doesn't make sense here. If it was Goldmancer Staff, Gem, even like attack speed, German Investor is probably hard to flip here. Home? Home? A lot of people, I feel like, just crack Tome immediately, but it seems so bad here. What the hell are you getting? But I mean, he also wants to go fast 9. Why don't you just crack this and look for stronger board? Grab a Tempest or... I don't even know what you're going to take here, actually, if you crack it immediately. Like, because he's going fast 9, like, trades don't really matter that much. So I'm pretty sure you do crack this here and just hope you get, like, Bruiser or Jade or Dragonmancer or Tempest. Warrior okay? Not really. I guess you can Warrior set if you have to. You also have the Pantheon. Okay, we level up here for Pantheon. Get Warrior in. He's also just a good unit. I mean, yeah, we have 30 gold here and we level, so it seems fine. You fit Twitch in here for like Swift Shot and Guild. Getting Guild in is big. And we got the Seraphine in for like Evoker stick. Okay, and then we just crack it after this round. We just we trimmed a lot of the fat, took a lot of the random stuff that we don't really want to hit out. Okay, and we have Giant Silk Cloak. We're just think about slamming Zephyr here. I'm crazy. It doesn't seem that bad, right? We kind of have our most important items slammed already. Oh, Karma. This unit is too good. I mean, sure, that's Axiom Mark, right? Yeah, it seems so good here. Cracked it. Mystic Emblem, Jade Emblem, Lagoon Emblem. I mean, Mystic is definitely the best late game. We don't really have Swift Shot items. Surely it's Mystic. Twitch too. Awesome. Okay, so we sculpted the emblem a little bit. I think makes a lot of sense. We're kind of pivoting into a Seraphine comp almost. Now we're not playing the Seraphine, we're just playing Rakan. So you get the 4 Demancer in, Jade in, and then the Rakan in. Is there a better board we could play here? I mean, you want to play 4 Demancer every time for Karma. We could cut Malphite for a better Bruiser, perhaps. We could cut Rakan, but then we're going to lose Ragewing plus Mystics. That doesn't seem very good. And nothing to cut Jade for. I mean, this looks like our best board. The only problem is we can't play this Twitch. I really want to play. Okay, he says fuck it. Just make 40. Send the Mystic Emblem. Move our board up a bit. Call it a day. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to fit in Twitch here. Okay, move our board back. Like, the Jade is such a... Oh, he really likes Jade. Because I remember I was watching Shunga, and he like, I feel like he really doesn't like Jade, at least early game. But Setsuko seems to really value Jade. I mean, I feel like Jade is a really strong synergy early. So I think it's a bit odd that Chunga values it so low, but maybe there's something I'm missing. But like Setsuko really values it here. You know, you're playing a Wukong one over a Twitch too, just so that you can have Jade synergy in. It's not like it's specific to, you know, it's not like Karma's super insane with Jade here. It's fine, but she'll just get synergy. 53 HP here, 51 gold here. Can you survive? I mean, we can survive 3 rounds with this board. It's not that bad. It's not like we're going to win every fight. We can survive 3 rounds, right? Surely? Bad loss. Really bad loss. 39? Yikes. We are rich as hell, though. I don't really get what items he wants here. Like, I think Hodge, JG look really good here. Maybe some last carry item, but you just can't really build anything out of these. You could just grab, like, a rod or a tier or something for your PP carry, I imagine. But, okay. So we go for tier here, for, like, Shojin, Archangels, that kind of stuff. Is it just me, or like was the Zephyr Slam like actually real though? It's only they promise a bit awkward with Jade, but you know you can move around the units that aren't in the Jade Hex. Okay, you get Bard in here over Khan. Still keeps that Wukong, man. Khan's not better than Wukong here. He loves. I mean, getting the Bard in is of the utmost importance because it's gonna increase our chance of hitting 5 costs. The first Bard cast always increased your 5 cost odds by 1%, which is really, really big. Because we're gonna go 9 this game and an extra 1% odds of hitting Haoshin, Asol, Terra. Oh god. I mean, you're so good. But yeah, he loves Jade. This love for Jade is surprising to me. Because we're playing a Wukong over a Rakan here, which would give us Ragewing and Mystic here. And it's just like a way better unit than Wukong. But yeah, he really, really values the Jade. That's so interesting to me. Okay, that person hit Dragons. Doing a bit of scouting here. Got Zephyred because we weren't positioning for it. We're going to get 15 out here. We're 32 HP. And you just got to send it on 5-1, right? You have enough gold to do it. 18 HP. Holy moly. This is an exciting game. We're going to see how the pivot goes. We could even slow it down for the pivot, but I'll just keep it fast. And then, you can't take this, right? The 2 ADMs are... I mean, it's a Tactician's Crown. The problem is, like, what are you even making out of the Spat? Guardian Spat, maybe, for Idis? You don't really want to play Idis that much. Mage Spat isn't that good late game. I mean, it's a Tactician's Crown, and we kind of have all of our items already. Problem is, like, we don't have our last item. You take this? I almost feel like you don't. You're just out so many real items. I think I would roll over this here. Because you just don't have a third item for your carry. Like you really need like an Archangels or a Shojin or something to finish out your items. Like double Hodge isn't really gonna cut it. You can like and we don't have a viable spat to build. But I wouldn't be completely shocked if we took this. Is really interesting. Wait, we can actually unmute the stream and hear his reasoning here.
I need a better item. Do I need a better item? I can need a better item. Do I need a better item? I need a better item. Do I need a better item? I need a better item.
Yeah,
Oh
agreed.
my.
Ooh, and and so then he rolled once and hit Evoker plus Death Cap. It's really cool to be able to actually unpause and hear reasoning, but I don't want to listen to the entire VOD volume because then like it's gonna be hard for me to talk and also yeah. But it's really cool. Okay. Giga Chad just literally sells his whole board. Really good transition here because you have so much extra time. Interesting that he okay. We literally have Aushin 2 already. Terra. I mean, we hit almost everything. The only problem is we have an Evoker spat. If you'd really prefer to hit Asol 2 here. Are we not playing Terra here? Are we not playing 4 dragons? You just play Terra over Soraka and call it a day. Wait, we have 2 bards in. You just play Terra over one of the other bards. I mean, you shouldn't play 2 bards over. We ended up okay. We put the Seraphine in for Evoker. But who gets Evoker spat here? Bard maybe? It's surely it's Death Cap on your dragon. It goes on Soraka. Okay, that's fair enough too. Mystic on Soraka as well because I want to keep the item slots. I mean, Death Cap there instead of on Aushin? The Gall. I mean, obviously that goes there. Oh wait, he has an Archangels he can make. And even where did this tier come from? Where was that tier? Is it on a unit? Pull a tier out of thin air. Oh, that bard had. Oh, it was the bard from Carousel with the tier. Okay, then yeah, that makes perfect sense. You Archangel Slam. I didn't even. I forgot that that tier was there. Oh my god. Okay, so this is really good then. Yeah, you just Death Cap, Evoker Spat, Soraka, Archangel's there, and then you just have a Hanging Cloak. Looks great. This looks really, really good. Okay, so we successfully made the pivot. We even up the Soraka to heal ourselves up. As long as no one else hit an insane board, as long as we don't turbo low roll our next few shops, we should be in a great spot. Also notice he values all of these units over Idas here, because you could play ooh Soraka too? Not bad. Because you could fit in a 4th dragon here for just the 4 dragon buff. Oh, he just makes it. Okay. Also didn't know we had that giant spell. Oh yeah, just Asia, beautiful. But I mean, like, Idas here blows, honestly. You'd much rather get in the Mystic plus Evoker, so that makes perfect sense. And like, I mean, it's a Soraka, so you're never cutting that, and it's a Bard, so you're never cutting that. So I mean, is this just our board? Do we make any cuts? I mean, the Shiv one isn't doing much. But I mean, now we have 2 Shivs. Really don't cut her, because you're going to lose out on Evoker and Mystic. Really? Wow. That's really interesting. We cut the Seraphine for Lee here. Did he scout and see? I'm interested in hearing his logic here as well.
He's better. 23 Mystic even. Not really, actually. Not at all.
Okay. So he scouts the lobby and sees that there's not a lot of AP in it, so he cuts the Mystic. I mean, it's a straightforward thing, but really important to do. So he's sanking Evoker just to get in 4 Tempest. You lose Evoker on Soraka too. That's what's big to me. Especially in these late game fights when there's so much casting. I'm shocked that he thinks this is better. Because, like, losing the Mystic, sure. Like, I mean, obviously it matters a lot in this fight, but, you know, like, there's a decent number of fights where it doesn't matter that much. But losing Evoker on this Soraka, maybe he thinks it's not going to matter that much. Like, does Soraka cast a second time in this fight with Evoker? Yeah, I mean, definitely. But, I mean, it didn't end up making a difference versus the extra damage. I think the call here is that he needs more damage, right? He has no damage items on Shiv. He doesn't need the extra survivability. He needs damage. So that makes sense. It's an interesting call though. I mean, if you take the spat, the zappy spat, you don't have to. Oh. Gunblade for Shiv or static Shiv? Probably Gunblade for Shiv. Oh, Morello's for Shiv, duh. No healing reduction, and it's a better item. I roll a few times. Hopefully you high roll the Shyvana. I mean, it's actually 19% shop odds to hit a 5 cost, so it's pretty reasonable to hit. I'm shocked about this Lee Sin thing. But I think the call is that you have enough damage. You don't have enough damage here. The extra damage from 4 Tempest matters a lot. Or maybe he just values 4 Tempest really, really highly with Aoshin. I mean, it's a big jump in damage. So I can... And our Aoshin's never going to cast before... We have no mana item, so it's never going to cast before the Thunder. Or the lightning, whatever. So it makes a good amount of sense. Okay. We're easily top board, and we win out this game because we have a very capped Dragons comp. I love seeing Setsuko and, you know, high-low players cap out their boards in these Dragon comps. I mean, it's so cool to see how they play the early game out. I mean, stabilized around the Karma. It's like I don't know if you guys saw, but Revan Songs, another like very high-low challenger player, put out a guide on the set, and he was like, if you had Karma too early with good items, you just go fast 9. And there was someone in the comment section of that. They're like, I feel like you left out a few steps here, but it's like, it's honestly not. Like this Karma unit is not reasonable. I mean, she's just so good at item carrying. I mean, you just reforge the Last Whisper here and call it a day, right? It's not like we're not. I mean, actually, no, this makes a lot of sense. You can reforge the Spat, because there's so many better things we could hit. Mystic Spat, Tempest Spat, not Dragonmancer, because it only reforges into uncraftable emblems. So it's really just Mystic and the other one that I said. It could be Guild as well. A lot of good stuff this could be, so that makes perfect sense. We get Warrior, which is a turbo low roll, that's okay. Actually had pretty decent items though. Sunfire for frontline, and you just you JG here, and then you have to Archangels on the Soraka, which is also like it's a pretty good item on her, so I don't feel bad. He doesn't care about giving the Aushin on the Hex. I think maybe he just really wants the Aushin to be in a safe spot. I've had games that I've lost before because I greed Aushin on one of these Hexes, and Aushin just ends up getting like like the Graves gets to the Aushin so much faster. Yeah, like doesn't positioning just win us this fight? Like if we had the Aushin on one of those Hexes, wouldn't we have lost? Yeah, I think so. Aushin 3 angle. We don't have the gold for it, of course. Just rolling down for 2 stars. I'd really like to see Bard too. Oh really? Yasuo here over Bard? Yeah, I don't think so. And the 2 Mystic is valuable. And I mean, actually, it might not be that many fights. I mean, the Seraphine comes a lot of magic damage. But I think until you hit Yasuo 2, the Bard is just so much better. But I mean, the Yasuo does cap out the board. Like, if we had Yasuo 2, I'd definitely play it over Bard, of course. Yeah, like, the Mystic is really good into both of those boards. This is why I'm still shocked about the Lee Sin. But I think it was really just a damage call. He thought that he needed more damage in this board. I think now that you have Giovanna, I would honestly even think about cutting Lee Sin back for Seraphine. But he obviously doesn't make that. I mean, also, we don't have the Evoker spat anymore. So, yeah, probably not now that we've reforged Evoker spat. But yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, the Tempest is huge value as well. Maybe I'm undervaluing Tempest. Okay. Top 2. Sim and Asa. Zephyr here every time, right? I mean, the Tempest spat's really good as well. I mean, just stealing it from Asa is really good. Yasuo too, but we don't, we're not holding any. Okay, you just roll down for Terror too, but you miss, and that's fine. I mean, your board should win this most of the time, unless the Yasuo gets a really good ult off. If you can, I would even just Zephyr Yasuo here, honestly. Yep. Oh, but there's a Jace there, and it's 50-50 to hit the Jace the Yasuo, and it hits the Jace. That's unlucky. Like, I don't think you even care about the Deja that much. You usually care about the CC. All right. It is a dub on the Dragons comp from Setsuko. Really, really informative VOD. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I disagreed with here, which always means that there was, like, infinite to be learned. Yeah. I feel like there's actually so much to be learned in this VOD. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any players you want to see me VOD review or any specific comps, well, like I said, this can be really hard to do. Any specific players, let me know down below. Thank you. Catch you in the next one.